The stock of the day is brought to you by IG, Australia's #1 CFD provider. With over 17,000 markets and extended trading hours, turn US earnings season volatility into opportunity. Get started at IG.com.
Now, stock of the day is Tesla. This is a bit of a toss-up because, look, the US market was closed overnight for Martin Luther King Day, so we'll have to wait till tomorrow to get some reaction to the inauguration and, of course, also the raft of executive orders that Donald Trump has already brought in. But Tesla, clearly one stock that could benefit its growth prospects in 2025, given Donald Trump's presidency as it takes shape and his close ties with Chief Executive Elon Musk. There is anticipation that simplified regulations for autonomous vehicles could accelerate Tesla's robo-taxi ambitions, although Trump's team has hinted that ending EV subsidies, which might seem to be detrimental, that move could, in fact, strengthen Tesla's market position as the company moves ahead of its competitors, and also how Tesla deals with competition from the Chinese market. Once again, that's where Trump and his policies come in. That'll play a critical role in its performance, especially after those fourth quarter deliveries fell short of consensus analyst estimates. So let's get some analysis. Tesla, Musk, how's this all play out, do you think?
So you're first looking at why am I buying Tesla? So if I'm buying it as the EV play, I prefer BYD out of China. They build better cars, more cheaply, better access to batteries. So I'm buying BYD if I'm looking at EVs. I think that's a great company.
Do you think BYD is actually going to be sold into America?
Well, they don't sell it. They don't sell into the US now.
Yeah,
they're not going to sell it later, and that's not really in the valuation of BYD, who can do well out of Australia and Europe. So there, you're more worried about trade restrictions with Europe, which we've seen coming through in the past as well. But I think they're a better electronic vehicle manufacturer than Tesla, who's struggled with innovation. If I'm buying for closeness to the presidency, I'm still not sure I'm buying Tesla. Well, firstly, the last Trump presidency, no one really went the distance. So all the people that are close to Trump, if they get too close to taking it away from his aura, they might find themselves put under. So I'm not sure that I see this as that kind of relationship. And if Trump really wants to help out Musk, is he going to do it via Tesla or via another vehicle? Because it's not that closely tied to it as well. So I don't think those are good enough reasons to buy it. And it's been on such a big run, I can't look at it from a valuation perspective and say, hey, there's great upside here. So I'm looking as a very hot stock. You'd be doing a momentum play, and that's okay. But do you want too many of those in your portfolio? I'd be a bit cautious about touching Tesla here. However, if I'd been on a run with this stock for a couple of years and made a lot of money, or particularly the last year, and made a lot of money out of it, I might be tempted to roll the dice a bit more and keep it going. But ultimately, I think it is overvalued here and the stock will tank.
So you would sell?
Sell.
I'd sell then. Jess, what do you think?
I love it. I love it when Ted and I are on because our views are very, very contrasting. So for me, I love Tesla. I'm a Tesla bull. I've been saying for some time, including with you, that Tesla is the pin-up stock that stands to benefit the most from Trump's presidency. There's a good reason for that. He's not only the one and only man in the DOGE Department of Government Efficiency hot seat now with Vivek standing down for obvious reasons. There's a conflict there because he's going to be running for his own seat in US Parliament, but that's by the by. With Musk and Trump's relationship, there's a couple key drivers of share price growth. So you're looking at long-term share price growth potentially being fast-tracked and getting more hot sauce. And that's because full self-driving, we know a couple of weeks back we heard from the incoming transportation government head. He said that they're basically going to make rules a little bit easier for full self-driving in the US. We already know full self-driving is in China. So then two key divisions, departments, or rather geographical areas in the world are going to have full self-driving. Second of all, that other key division, Cybercab, that is probably going to get approval this year. These weren't expected to be approved until later on down the line. That means the market, if we see those approved sooner than expected, the market will then reprice them, and then you might likely see earnings growth revised to the upside for the future. But as we stand now, as you said, the downside, yeah, sure, you could trade it, you could short it if that's what you wanted to do. You could take some profits off the table, fine, because obviously the EV policy is being scrapped. But But Musk has now got his own little seat in the White House. He's got his own email address. So for me, I find this division I find this stock very, very compelling. And the full self-driving division in itself has got a couple $2 billion standalone valuation on its own. So it's a stock that should be reckoned with. You can trade it, you can invest in it, whatever you want to do, it's worth a look.
Love it. So you got to buy on it.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Talk about contrast. Let's see if that pans out for the rest of the show.
I think we might have a good theme here.
All right. That is our stock of the day, Tesla.
The stock of the day was brought to you by IG. Turn volatility into opportunity this US earnings season with extended trading hours on over 110 key US shares. Get started at IG.com.